iko.
We grind our raw material using these gadgets. Depending on the sizes of the raw materials, you can see we have different sizes of the sieves, measured in millimeters. The sieve holes or the percolation, you know what you can call them. They are different in millimeters. So we crush our maize. We can decide to do it flour. For pigs, we prefer fine, because you don't want to subject pigs to a lot of digestion, and also for dairy, because for dairy you might see those jenga or large pieces of meat coming out into the feces. When you see that, you are losing energy. The same case applies to pigs. When you see large pieces of meat coming from the feces, you are losing energy. So for you to minimize the work that the pig is doing, you make sure that the feed for the pig is as fine as possible, but with fiber. Roughness of the feed does not translate to fiber. Fiber is something different. You can still have fiber, but it is fine. Okay? Yeah. So that's where we ground. We also ground there. You can see that gentleman is riding sunflower. Hi. So then we come here. We have weighing machines. It's a pretty, it's for 1 ton. It's able to mix a ton of peas. And this is where we do our weighing.
So let me ask, for in percentages,
Yes.
Can you break it down for me? Between carbohydrates, protein, mineral acids, and the rest?
Yeah, I can do that. Basically, when it comes to nutrition, I want to take you a little bit back. There is what we call primary metabolites. That's what we are talking about. So we are keen on primary metabolites from plants. Now, there are 4 things that you need to know about feeds. 1, you need a source of energy. Okay? 2, you need a source of plant protein. You need a source of animal protein. Then you need minerals. You need amino acids. You need enzymes. But for the sake of proximate analysis of the feeds, proximate analysis is where now you're looking at the nutrition value, what they measure in the lab, which this might be beyond the farmer's understanding, is you need to check for pigs. Now that we're talking about pigs, what we call the energy that I mentioned, we call it digestible energy. It means the pig is able to digest. Otherwise, if it does not digest, you go to the feces. 2, you need what we call digestible crude protein. It means the pig is able to digest the protein. If it is not able to digest the protein, what happens? It goes to the feces. Then the pig need what we call dry matter. The reason why we are talking about dry matter, when you are measuring the percentage of protein and energy, you don't measure that based on wet food. You measure that based on dry food. And the correct dry matter levels is 90%. It means only 10% is water. Always. The rest is dry. Then you need what we call amino acids, essential amino acids. These are amino acids that the body is not able to produce. Therefore, you supplement them from the plant protein or animal protein. Okay? They are called amino acids. They are called essential. We measure that too. The main one that we know is lysine, but there are others, likes of methionine and this. Then the other thing that you need to understand is the minerals, madini. And the 2 main ones, calcium, some people call it calcium, and then we have phosphorus. But of course we have other micro, the potassium, like that and that. So calcium and phosphorus, it has to balance. Then the other key thing, and this is one of the greatest causes of diarrhea, and people don't know when it comes to nutrition, is fiber levels. If the fiber levels are low, there is always problem in the stomach digestion. So the fiber level has to be a certain level depending on what kind of animal you are dealing with. For young ones, don't give too much fiber. For older ones, don't give too less fiber, because the fiber helps with digestion. The other one is fat levels. If you do a lot of fat, then you find that the pork or the bacon you are having end up having a lot of fat, and then it has a very big back fat and thickness of the back. So those are some of the things that we assess when we are balancing the feeds. So once you are able to pick each and every raw material you take to the lab, and you understand what it has, then you pick that raw material is maize, you put it in a computer, you pick sunflower, you put in a computer, you pick another one, you put in a computer, then you balance depending on the energy need of the animal. For winner, they have their own energy level needs. For growers, they have their own energy level needs. For baconer, they have their own energy level needs. And basically, as a layman, you will understand for winner, they will go for higher protein than baconers. For the ones which are lactating because they need to produce a lot of milk, they have their own levels. For the ones which are pregnant, they have their own energy level. And that applies for every animal. It applies for pig, it applies for poultry, it applies for dairy, like that. So balancing those energy levels is what is important, and it also helps you get maximum gain from the feed you're giving, so that you don't give feed and all you're getting is feces, 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 feces. We don't want that, or just urine. Yeah.
So before we proceed, we take one camera. You tell them to like and subscribe to this channel.
For hobbies. Wangwana, viewers, we are doing this so that you can benefit as farmers, so that you don't have to struggle and meet the mistake that we did. That's why Hoglist, they are doing this. So you go to the YouTube channel of Hoglist to subscribe, view their videos, view as many times as possible so that you're able to learn and understand. Thank you.
So what I was asking, when we are making or mixing these feeds, I wanted us to talk on the protein percentage. Let's say it's 20 or either it's 30. When you are mixing the feeds, you know, people mix feeds according to what they want. There are even some people who are using maize cobs as a source of fiber, which I know it has little or no nutritional value.
Yes. We cannot really discredit maize cob, although we don't use them, because you say it, they are using maize cob for fiber.
Yeah.
So the nutritional level, the nutritional value is fiber.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. So, do you use molasses?
yes, we do. As a sweetener, cane molasses is very good for sweetening feeds. Yes.
I have read some other reviews in the farmers saying that molasses reduces the feed conversion rate.
Yes, when you do a lot of molasses, it's a problem. It's about the ratio. Anything that is used in excess is a problem. There are even other reviews that will say molasses is not good for pig. It's about the quantity. Don't use too much. In fact, you should never exceed 5% of molasses in your feed. So unachezea hapo 3%, 2%, hiyo ni kidogo. Alafu then the quality of molasses also matters a lot. Yes.
No, as you continue, I can see you have I can see when you are mixing. When you are mixing feeds, you have lactators, you have finisher, you have growers.
Yes, this is our winner feed. Yes. This is a winner feed. We are supposed to have this is winner feed. Naiona hapo. Tunauza kilo 50 shillings per kilo. Our bags are packed in 50 kg, so that is 2,500. Here we are supposed to have lactator feed. I think what was carried in the morning, another heap. Again, where is the lactator bag? It might not be near, but we have lactator feed. There you see on the farthest corner, we have what we call fattener or baconer's feed. Okay? It's on the farthest corner. Again, that is a feed we sell. Behind you, we have what we call gestator feed for the pigs which are pregnant. And there is a feed that we feed the boas too.
How much do you sell?
This is 40 shillings per kg. It is the cheapest feed, but you're able to achieve maximum gain also for the gestator and also for the boas. Now, what usually happens here is we usually advise farmers that if you want feed, get the feed when it's still fresh. So if you want feed, you want 10 bags, you put in the bags, we send them to You feed your pig while they are still fresh. That way pigs will be able to eat as much as they can and be able to achieve maximum benefit from it. And for these particular feeds, like I told you, for beginners, we give them 3 kg to 4 kg per pig. Hiyo chakula hata ukiachia nguruwe hapo, huwezi pitisha hizo number of kilos.
The chakula the conversion rate is what matters, is not the quantity.
The quantity. By the time umefika 3 kilos, it can. So the way people say at it, but there are some feeds you grow unakuta inakula 7 kilos, 6 kilos.
If the feeds are poor quality, what will it convert?
It will just keep eating. Yeah. Keep eating and it's going to the feces. Garbage in, garbage out. You don't want that.